It's week 4 of the 2024 season, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Chiefs and the Chargers. All that and more coming up next.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, it's been a good season for them so far, and they're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Here's Herbert. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 5 catches, 64 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henry. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. For the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes. Was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's into the hands of Worthy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He gets that to the longtime Charger. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Second down and 4.
It's the pick number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. reception, goes for 6. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll get this to the 32. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 7. Again, it's Pacheco. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard down at the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hunt fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Again, it's Hunt, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Chargers offense back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. Open man here is Conklin. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Again, it's Harris. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown Chargers. Dicker down attack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
From the 35, here's second and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The Chiefs had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
That's complete, left side to Worthy. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
On fourth down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Herbert now. This one finds McConkey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
If there's ever anyone born to be an efficient slot receiver, it's Ladd McConkey. Gets in and out of breaks so well and creates excellent separation, and then after the catch, knows how to turn upfield and gain additional yardage.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 3. Herbert throwing again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Herbert. On the out route, he finds Johnston. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This will be caught just inside the 10. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touch.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some...
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Deion Henley in there to bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In motion left goes a tight end. On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 14. First down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. First up, 2nd and 11.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Man open left side, it's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 10-yard line.
An option handoff given to Harris. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now it's Herbert. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points and a response there to that opening touchdown in his third quarter. And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. KC's offense ready to take over.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second and 1. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Kansas City.
Now back to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and a couple.
Slot man moves right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Rice. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's second and 10. Back to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Back to throw here. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Deion Henley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Chargers getting set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And shutting him off now open field. He's still on his feet. Mike Williams, touchdown, LA. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone. So it's a win here for the LA Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, some of these DBs are going to be tossing and turning tonight, partner. He really had their number. Wound up with well over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to boot.
So for the Chargers, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcaster.